Good evening, and let's just a little bit. There we go. Welcome to episode. I think it's episode 50, maybe 49, but I think it's 50. I hope so. If I got it wrong, won't be the first. Won't be the first. Probably won't be the last. I'm exhausted. I've had 4 hours of sleep and it's almost midnight. I've been awake since 7:30. I worked a long day, had a fantastic dinner with a friend of mine whom I mentioned about a month and a half ago. She's someone that I took a step back from and gave us some time and space because she had lied to me. And tonight we got together for the first time and talked face to face about things, and it was really, really good. I was glad to see, and am glad to see how much she has progressed in this regard. And even though her life situations, are pretty challenging right now, at least she is, really understanding and acting on the importance of qualities and how priceless they are and the gifts that they are, such as honesty, compassion, her own sense of self-worth and being, and how that affects her personally as well as the life around her. So that's what I want to talk a little bit about. In tonight's episode is qualities, or you could say what I like to talk about are qualities like honesty and trust and compassion and love and integrity and peace and courage. These are cultivated. It's not something you could just buy in a shop and say, you know what, I'll take one of each and I'd like to have them in my life for, the next 2 or 3 years, and then I'd like to see about renewing my contract. No, it doesn't work that way. It's something that if we find valuable, we recognize those traits in other people and we appreciate them and we give those same qualities to some degree. If we expect it all to get them back, and with certain people we're not going to get them back, and it's up to us to decide that if and when we don't have them reciprocated, if we're going to continue and to what degree. And that was a turning point between my friend and I, because I knew how much she said she valued honesty, but when the time came for her to be honest with me, and she decided to lie to me about something very important, I had to take a step back, because as much as I love and appreciate her, my loyalty, that's another quality, loyalty. My loyalty is to these qualities, so that even if a person isn't falling in line with these traits, I will stay loyal to the quality more so than I will to the person. And it's not an easy path to live, and that's why when I do come across those who walk this path in their own way alongside me, it's a big deal, and I'm very grateful. So yeah, I met with this friend tonight. We had an awesome time talking and catching up over dinner, and so yeah, I'm feeling very grateful for that. And then when I came home, which I'm not home now, I'm actually cat sitting, but I just look up and this cat looks so content. I think he's just happy to have someone home. In any case, when I did stop by my home, I ran into my neighbor, and she's one of my best friends. And Pardon, oh, I'm so tired. We only spoke for about 5 minutes in passing. And the cool thing that came up between us is the importance of mentors. And this is something I wanted to mention already. Because last night, while I was doing my dishes, that took 45 long minutes. But after 2 weeks of procrastinating, 45 minutes was nothing. I decided to listen to a lecture by Carolyn Myss, and that's spelled Myss. I believe her website is carolynmace.com, and I strongly recommend listening to her lectures or watching her speak and or reading one of her books. She's phenomenal. And her truths and the knowledge that she passes strongly resonates with me. She's what many call a no-nonsense person who speaks about a lot of things in archetypal ways, symbolic ways, spiritual ways, but in very practical ways. And she's been a great mentor, a person in the flesh who embodies and lives a lot of the qualities that I wish to, especially as I continue through life and age. And I only heard half of this particular lecture, but man, I can hardly wait to hear the rest of it. I don't know if it'll happen tonight because I'm just so tired, but I can hardly wait to hear the rest of what she has to say, because she's, no bullshit, man. She just gives it to you straight off the cuff, and no, punches. She doesn't pull punches, and I love that. I find that extremely refreshing, and I respect that and want that. In any case, she helps whomever decides to take in her messages to really look at themselves. And in my case, to really look at myself and what I'm doing and what it means to live a soulful life with conscience, from our conscience. And it's funny because my friend tonight had brought up how when she sees her therapist suggested that she do what feels right to her. And that in our hearts, we know right from wrong. And the hard part is acting on what we feel is right. And that's what Carolyn Myss echoed in her lecture. It's one thing to know it, it's another thing to act on it. And that makes all the difference. So, wow, already 8 minutes. Didn't even think so. So, that's it for tonight. Hopefully, you have the courage to act on your conscience and do what you feel is right in your heart and in your soul. Doing my best to live and be and act from the same. We're in this together. Thank you for watching and listening. May you have a wonderful time exploring for yourself. I love you. Mwah.